Great. So, a big warm welcome to all of you. My name is Barbara Stoll, and I'm the founder and director of Clean Cities. And a huge welcome to the first ever edition of Curious Cities Assembly. But before we get stuck in and before, we actually talk about the details of what today and tomorrow will entail, I must begin by acknowledging the extreme heat. So we had obviously not hoped that I would be greeting you all in circumstances like this. And so on behalf of all of our staff, a sincere thank you for making it today. Because, this is a pretty full room, considering the 34 degrees that we're seeing outside. So thank you so much for being here already. And I would also like to welcome everybody on the live stream. I don't know where to look, but thank you for tuning in and following Curious Cities Assembly today. And for those of you in the room, please take good care of yourselves and each other. If you see that, someone isn't feeling well, there's water stations across. There are these lovely people in tie-dye t-shirts. They are my colleagues, and they are there to help you. So if you need a moment to cool down, we have a cool room. We also have a cool room at the basement, which is you can take a bit of a rest if you're overheated. We also have the rooftop where we have parasols, and at least the air is moving there. Obviously this is not normal circumstance, certainly not for the UK or London. And also, talking of tie-dye t-shirts, they are my lovely colleagues, and they traveled here today from Brussels, Budapest, Madrid, Paris. And so if you do, want to have a nice chat with them throughout the day, they are very welcome to tell you about their amazing work and the amazing campaigns that they're running in their respective cities to make cities better over there. And I'd also like to thank the heroic efforts of our staff, also the Coin Street Neighborhood Center staff, that that we are still able to go ahead with this event, because obviously cooling is a difficulty when you're not a big corporate space, and you will find little handheld fans on your seats for this purpose, so you can take things in your own hands, take control, and just cool yourself. And that will be your little souvenir from today as well. But there's also, of course, cooling devices, and I think we're still setting some of them up. We rented additional cooling devices so to make sure that today can be as comfortable as possible amongst the circumstances. This is obviously crazy times, and it is a climate emergency. And how ironic that we are in London Climate Action Week. We're organizing this event, and we're doing it in such a heat. We're hearing on the radio that UK schools are closing today. They might actually need to change their schedules altogether, because what are we doing? Are we sending our kids outside in at 12 p.m. heat these days? This is not going to work, right? So what we're here to discuss today will also be very much about that, and everything we touch on is we're gonna look into that more deeply, because at the end of the day, what's good for children is also going to be good for the climate and good for all of us in cities. Another small announcement that one of our speakers had to unfortunately cancel, but we worked the timings of that into the program, so the timings are slightly updated, ever so slightly, as compared to what was initially published. And just a little bit of housekeeping. So we would like as much audience participation today as possible. So when you are asking questions, please make them short and insightful, and please use the microphone, because this is very, very important for accessibility reasons. We would like everybody to be able to participate, those hard of hearing, and also people on the live stream. Let's keep up the positive energy. Let's drink a lot of water. There's water stations everywhere. So we can make sure that you all have a fabulous time, because that's really why we're here today. And now a little bit more about actually why we're here and who Clean Cities is, because maybe many of you will have heard about us for the first time ever as well. So Clean Cities exists because we want to accelerate the transition to cleaner, healthier, and more livable cities. I set up Clean Cities 5 years ago with a mission to build a network of partners across Europe and focusing on cities with a shared vision of healthy and climate-friendly cities. And I'm really proud that by today we are over 150 partners, many of them grassroots groups, across 20 European countries, and it feels like we're a bit unstoppable. And I'm also very excited that we are strengthening our network by uniting this new movement. You all here today, those of you on the live stream, because we're assembling local leaders, council officers, funders, campaigners, experts, academics, architects, and civil society with the vision that we have to put children's curiosity first when we talk about city planning. I would like to also say a heartfelt thank you to the UMI Fund, whose precious support made this event possible, as well as the Alana Foundation, who also helped make today happen and tomorrow. I also want to say that I only have 5 minutes left and I have about 3/4 left of what I wanted to say. So this is great, going great so far. But so you all know the problem. We have a climate emergency, but we also have a public health crisis. More than 6,000 children died on the roads in the last decade in Europe. Not only that, but we're bringing up a generation that stick to their screens, they have nowhere to go outside, that have stunted lung development, and that are the most mentally healthy young generation ever, or at the very least since we've been looking at it closely. So we must do a lot more in making sure that we create spaces where we give alternatives to these young people. And actually, it turns out that when we create cities that are good for children, it will actually be good for everybody, as well as the climate. And there will be so much talk of that today, and so many amazing people are coming here today to share their wisdom with you. We will have Chris Griffith here who has been working diligently to provide us with concrete evidence on why clean air zones are really good for children's health. We're going to hear from Scarlett McNally, who is a big advocate for active travel. We're also very delighted to be partnering with the Town and Country Planning Association, who will be running this afternoon's program on neighborhoods and doorsteps as well. And tomorrow we'll be talking a little bit more about the problems, the barriers. We're going to talk about car spreading. We have lots of friends in the room who will be talking about why is it that cars are so much bigger than they used to be. I mean, think of a Nissan Micra, for fuck's sake. Sorry for the French, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so there's lots more coming. We're going to welcome the Deputy Mayor of London today. We're going to welcome the Deputy Mayor of Paris tomorrow, the Transport Commissioner of New York. So if you are sticking with us tomorrow as well, then we're very, very excited to have you. You can also tune into the live stream. And I just wanted to say that this is a collaborative event. We want a lot of you to ask questions and to engage and to talk to each other, because that is what's going to make this powerful. We don't just want this to be a 2-day thing. We don't just want to have a good time at the reception, you know, at the end of the day, today and tomorrow, but we want these relationships to actually take this agenda forward and to uplift it. And, you know, I don't know what you guys think about the social media ban in the UK, and of course we'll be talking about that today as well, but this is a good time to come together. This is a good time to talk about something that finally, maybe, all politicians can just agree on, right? Because we just keep fighting with each other. It's a polarized world we live in, but can we all agree that actually children's health should come first and children's well-being should come first? They're actually going to be adults one day. They're going to run this world. So we might as well just make a world that's good for them. Because as far as I'm concerned, you know, my childhood, I was a lot freer than my nephew or my niece today. And that's heartbreaking. And I frankly just want them off the screens, off social media, and out in the open, you know, where you can just play with a wooden spoon and a woolly hat, right? Because you'll do that.